Welcome back to Eat Sleep Sixes. I ain't gonna say a tough loss, but it's a loss. It was just tough for me to see everybody except the normal three shoot like crap or not shoot at all.
All
Yeah.
is what I have to say. That's what I gotta say. My first game back after being sick, and these mugs play like exactly how I thought they were gonna play. I have to tell you, this is exactly what I thought they were gonna do. Gonna come off of that high of the Christmas game and lay an egg. It's pretty disappointing. I don't know what happened to our bench. They just decided that they were going to go out and do some cardio tonight. And,
That's what it looked like.
and Joel decided he was going to play ISO all night long. And I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell that was at the end of the game with the two possessions back to back when Joel was near the basket and like went out of bounds and turned the ball over twice in a row. We did the same thing.
We
Anyway,
we call that trying to do too much, Jen.
too much.
Yeah, just trying to do a little
I
bit.
said that
too much.
same damn thing when I was watching. I'm like, that man is doing too much.
Yeah.
Whew.
You know, everything that we did to, elongate this winning streak of ours kind of evaporated tonight. Besides some good defense, we just didn't hit any shots, any 3-point shots. We shot
Tell them that
17%.
17%.
17% from 3-point land. You just don't win games.
Where you
like
be
that.
getting your stats from, Carl?
Well, that was at the third quarter.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
at the
no,
third
no, no.
quarter.
Yeah, then you got to specify that part.
Was it worse than that?
No,
Did
it
we
was
end the
actually
game worse
better
than-
than that.
Okay, what was
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
percentage we
saying. Like
ended
20,
off
like 20%, but still, that's horrible.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
We just got off talking in pregame about how good the three shooting they're doing lately, and then they lay an egg. And talk about how great they've been on defense. And they let up 64, 67 points and a half. I mean, you can't win games like that. You can't win games you don't get stops. I mean,
Imagine how many assists Harden would have had. These guys would have knocked down some shots today because the shots were taken. Don't get it twisted. Not like they weren't taking shots.
yeah,
They were taking them.
yeah.
We just didn't have no production. We ain't had no production from our bench. We ain't have no production from basically two of our players because Melton played below what we're used to lately.
Yeah.
Let's not say nothing from our bench. We did have one shining star on our bench who happened to get himself in foul trouble.
Oh, Montrez. Don't forget about Montrez. I'm sorry. That's Jen's secret crush. You know what I'm saying? We know how she
every game got to mention Montrez.
I do love Montrez.
We know. Yeah, she's gonna defend him to the wheels fall off.
I do love him.
But Montrez definitely came and he balled out. I just love how he plays aggressive. But besides that, like I said, okay, besides the effort that Montrez gave us, the rest of the bench was non-existent. Like we didn't get nothing from them. Nobody except Montrez scored over 3 points. Nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't get nothing from the usual suspect at all. You know what I'm saying?
Milton had ones all across the board.
Yeah, like
How many turnovers
games
did
like
we end up
this, and everybody's gonna probably get mad at me and then not trying to roast them all over again. But games like this, you really could use a little bit more from PJ Tucker. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't he get hurt and leave the game?
I believe he did, but he still attempted some shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, he only attempted one. I hope he listen.
The edge of a trash can.
Listen, regardless, I hope he gets better. I don't wish injury on him like that. But that position there, giving you 0 points all the time, and games like today could have helped out. You know what I'm saying? Like just a couple points. Just a couple. That's it. But that I'm not blaming him. Just pointing out the obvious is all I'm doing.
And Sims, you know what? Joel late was meh, but you know what? What's worse than being meh late in the game, which I just talked about with those two wretched turnovers, is that he was like not getting his team involved. He just was going for the glory, it seemed, which is why he ended up with like half the team's points.
Yeah. You do have to, put the accountability, give some accountability to, the rest of the cast, such as, D'Anthony Melton and Shake Milton, George Niang, people like that. Shots were available, like Jose mentioned. Shots were there. It just wasn't falling. Tobias Harris, I love my man to death, but he hesitated a lot today, from 3-point for whatever reason.
Listen to me.
He didn't hesitate. He shot 4 of them and missed 4, so he didn't hesitate.
But also, he was standing in that corner where he goes, like PJ goes and stands in that corner. They throw in the ball, and he like fumbles around with it, and doesn't shoot it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's what
I
saw.
They throw you the ball because you're like wide open in the corner, and then you're just gonna go dribble and pass.
Well, like Jose said, he missed 4 of them. So I think after missing quite a few, he started to get in his head a little bit, which is bad for a shooter. You just gotta have that next shot mentality. Hey, we lost, man. 8-game winning streak.
Listen. At the end of the day, man, Tobias been giving us some solid games. Listen, I'm not making excuses for him. There's not a moral victory on his behalf, but I'm saying he gave us his average off of rough and rugged points because he didn't make not 1 3. No, he normally makes a couple threes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So had he knocked down, any of those threes, nobody would be talking about him at all. They would just skipped him. Well, he was off. He was off from 3, and it happens. You know what I'm saying? The rest of the guys shooting like crap, and we did miss a bunch of threes. That don't normally happen
at all.
You know what I mean? And that's why I said the shots were there. They were being taken, and they weren't just falling today. And in the game where we shot horribly from 3, we only lost by 4 points.
That was bananas to me. For us to constantly have opportunities to win this game, shooting an abysmal percent from the field, making sloppy turnovers, and we still
like the last 2 turnovers that Embiid gave us,
those sloppy,
like that. Like you give us I felt like I saw the first one. I was like, okay, whatever. They got the ball back. He does the exact same thing again. Again. I thought I rewinded the game. I really did because it was identical. Like you did the same exact shit.
Yeah.
And I get the eyeball from my spouse the whole time because I'm yelling at the TV and I'm pissed off. And
hey, Jim, make the eyeball he gives you. Make the eyeball he gives you.
Just a game. I'm like,
I get the
perfectly
same
calm. I will say there was one bright spot tonight, and I don't mean to be a jerk about it, but Tom McGinnis actually called the game. Did y'all hear that?
I heard
they called a game.
I heard
it wasn't a bunch of rambling on, telling silly stories and stuff, and chitter chatter.
Shots fired.
Game. It was nice. I didn't have to hear her and her ridiculousness. Sorry, Kate.
Like
to have a break from you now and again.
Well, don't worry, Kate, because you ain't even have a reason to say bang bang clang tonight.
That's right.
There was a lot of clang clang clang.
You didn't have to say bang bang yang tonight, so don't worry about it, Kate. You didn't miss nothing.
Yeah. What makes this loss even worse for me is now we have a few days off before we get another Sixers basketball game against the New Orleans Pelicans. We hate to sit on the loss for a couple nights. But listen, man, one of the hottest teams still in the NBA.
This man is on our show telling us to leave Kate alone, bro.
Hold on.
I got the screenshot of this.
Please.
Yeah, I got the screenshot of this.
I'm real sorry, but I just can't do it.
Being sarcastic, Jen.
Yeah.
99.999% of the time I do leave Kate alone. Okay?
Yeah. Not tonight.
But I was like, it's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Okay. It was nice. I like Tom McGinnis. Shoot.
I mean, Berg is the #1 Kate hater. So, of course, the sarcasm is screaming through, your phones or computer screens right now. Yeah, the Pels will be a tough game. Abdul is saying,
Yeah, they
Uh,
will. Yeah, they will. They're
they
playing
most
really
definitely
good
will.
basketball right now. But so are the Sixers. So let's hope
Right.
that they
So
let this one just wash away and move on.
Yep.
OTT, no.
So do we have a definitive answer on when Maxi's coming back? Somebody said Friday, but people talk out the wrong side of their mouths. I just want to
Friday.
know.
That's what they said on Bleacher Report.
Friday was reported by Shams. Friday was reported by Keith Pompey as a probability
Oh
for
my
him to
God, he
come
said
back.
his name right. Proud of you, Carl.
Thank you. It was the earliest he could probably come back. No definitive answer from Doc. We'll never get a definitive answer from Doc. I guess it's just a wait and see approach, but games like this, you have to wonder, would have been a lot different if a certain player was out there tonight. Tyrese Maxey, who gives you that jolt of energy when we're lolling around like a game like tonight. So he was sorely missed on the court tonight. He'll be a welcome sight to see on Friday for sure. For sure.
So I think they must have listened to our podcast, and then they were like, "Let's do the opposite," because every one of our keys to the game, they just disregarded, and we're like, "No, I'm gonna turn the ball over. I'm gonna make sure they get all the second chance points they want. I'm not gonna lock down.
I'm not gonna come out with no energy, no sense of urgency."
They didn't do that bad with the turnovers, and they would have had 2 less if Embiid didn't do the same exact turnover twice in a row late in the game.
And there was no need for him to have that ball. He should have passed that freaking ball.
What the game that went to double overtime? He threw out the mid-range shot. This is basically the same thing.
Yeah,
you just turn the ball over in a different form, but you turn the ball over. Like, that's the part that hates me about that I hate about his game. That he couldn't just muscle his way into a soft layup. He always has to make a finesse play. Like, why? You're not a guard.
he shouldn't have been out there doing all that dribbling.
You're 7 feet, dude. Like, muscle your way in there, throw a short hook, and call it a day. All the unnecessary Euro stepping is just unbelievable at times.
How many rebounds did Embiid have tonight?
9.
I mean, he's averaging, I believe, 9.5 or 10 for the year. So, although we'd like him to rebound a little bit more some games.
A lot of bit more, man.
Yeah, he is on it.
He's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, he's averaging the double-double. So
that's great. That's great. As a team, we need more from him. We need more.
Maybe if we had an actual power forward, we could rebound.
No, that's Jessica Correll. Surprisingly, Embiid only had 3. And to be honest with you, that's not a bad night as far as turnovers for Embiid.
And his
my God, no.
He's normally in the 5 to 7 area. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when we could actually really get down on him for turnovers. I think he kept them pretty solid tonight.
I love what Abdul says right here.
Hold on. For my over and unders, I made the turnovers 15.5. They only had 15. So if anybody went under, then you won that.
I went under.
Yeah. So, I don't really think he had a bad night turnover. He just chose the wrong time to have 2 straight turnovers in 1 minute.
This was big for me.
Wait, we didn't hit on what Abdul said before you moved it. So, empty calories, that 48 didn't mean anything to me, and I love JoJo, but was displeased with his ball IQ tonight. That is on point. Like, you can have 75 points, but if your team loses because it's stuff that you keep doing.
I mean, the big eyesore for me tonight, what deferred from other games, was right here what Darnell was saying. He did not making it a point to get his teammates involved.
Exactly.
He did not
make
it a point to make get his teammates involved. Now, when you dominate in the way you're dominating, them guarding you the way they were trying to guard you tonight, because they couldn't at all. He didn't make it a point to get his teammates involved. But to his defense, I seen a lot of standing around, waiting for the ball because they're used to hitting 3-point shots. Now, when them shots weren't falling tonight, where's your cutters at? We gotta adapt.
The only excuse that I could think of is that win streak was pretty long. These guys are not used to all that.
Yeah.
Like I'm really
Too
trying to
much
make
winning. It's too much winning. We have to lose.
Playing
now.
like these guys been playing that hardly ever play. They've actually been playing. We've been praising them for that. And I don't feel like they're used to that much time on the floor. I don't know. Like, I don't know. We're on the road, you know what I'm saying? For the second time in a row. But it's just, listen, when you got 15
Look,
points.
you're saying they're tired. They get a nice little break here.
Yeah, they got to get their legs back under them. But it's like Berg said, you get 15 points from your bench. 9 of those 15 from one player that barely plays. He just be excited to get on the court every time he touches the ball. He gets the opportunity and makes the best of it.
Every time.
I don't know anybody else who does that on that bench. I don't give a crap who you want to talk good about. Every time Montrez comes to the court, whether it's 3 minutes or 14 minutes, he provides, enthusiasm. He's like hyper, and he's intense. He can make the basket. He can dunk the ball. He can make some free throws. And he does all of that. Gets to the line. He has the ability to do so. He takes it up strong. He doesn't hesitate. He does all of that. That's where you got your majority of your bench points tonight. Because you take away his points, the rest of the bench only score 4 points. That's absurd.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
I don't want to mispronounce your name, so I'm not going to mispronounce your name. But yeah, we got to get better with the boards, and we have been tooting this horn since the beginning of the season. I have no idea. I mean, if I were Doc, this would be like the main point of focus of practice.
Yeah. I mean, it has been. I've heard, from different sources, Twitter and things of that sort, that they've been working on that, boxing out and things of that sort. But, it comes down to discipline and putting a body on a body, bottom line. And, I've seen a rebound this game where, Embiid was relying on jumping and getting the ball and not putting a body on a body. If he puts a body on a body every play, 9 times out of 10, he's going to be in position to get the board. So, it's just disciplining, man, and boxing out. So, we will be rejuvenated, with a rejuvenated Maxey coming back, to uplift this bench that looked tired and flat tonight.
And you know what? This kind of game is not terrible. I'm sorry. Did I cut you off?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Jen.
I was just going to say this team tonight, like it's good to have a loss like this. Because you need to get humbled. Like
you're smacking the knees.
Right there, look. Who said it? Somebody said their head got big a little bit. There you go. Right there. Bang. Bang. Yeah. Bang bang. Mr. Ancien.
The whole we could come back from any lead thing. I touched on it on pregame. You don't want to play from behind in the NBA. These are pros.
That's what you're getting, B, for talking crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. See, he says things, and I automatically want to smack him because I'm just like, man, you just jinxed the team. Put those words back in your mouth. Second chance points always freaking kills, Fobbs.
Murder this, man. Murder this.
He lucky he's not my little brother, because I would be popping him for that. For these bonehead turnovers you got, man. What you doing, man? What's wrong with you, boy?
Yeah. So, these couple days of, rest and practice couldn't come at a better time. Hell of a run from our guys, in the packed East, the East that's on fire right now, so we do need to continue to keep pace. We're going to lose,
I know, but I really didn't want to break the streak
before seeing New Orleans. Yeah,
did. Before the freaking Nets did.
Like this is again. Then now they're gonna mess around and go beat New Orleans, which is gonna get me more pissed off because a team like Washington,
it's supposed to beat them.
Yeah, we're supposed to handle them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
And as we saw last year, Washington can be pesky. So we might see this team later on down the line.
How many times have we played them? We've already played it. It's like the third time we played them this season.
Yeah.
I think got to see them one more time.
The second, third, we might see him in the playoffs, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I
Might see him
see.
in the
Well, we
playoffs.
do all right against them in the playoffs. We're all right.
Yeah. Hopefully, our bench could be playing a lot better. But whatever way it goes, if Maxey comes off the bench when he comes back, or if he gets plugged in the starting lineup at some point, our bench will be bolstered. From either Melton or him coming off the bench. So the bench will be better.
Nobody beats the Wiz, Ronnie. Nobody beats.
You gotta listen. You gotta look at the bright side here. In the entire month of December, the team went 8-3. That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm not trying to knock them.
That's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like that, they're gonna go into January with a dope record in the month of December. Now now the pot is starting to boil. It's January. Games starting to get interesting. They're starting to mean something.
Right.
You know
we
what I'm
got
saying?
less than 50 left. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like we did good enough. We did okay. We to go into the best part of the season that everybody says is about to start and about to get good. So,
and to be totally honest, still second in defense, and James Harden right now is playing the point guard position as good as any point guard in the league. Is what more can you ask for in a point guard? And Joel Embiid is playing out of his mind. Eventually, we're going to get on another run. And I don't think we've seen the last of runs here with this Sixer team. But we got hit off tonight. Shots wasn't falling. Shots wasn't falling. It was
we're one game behind Cleveland. We're 1.5 games behind Brooklyn. To be in third place. So we're not that far away. You know what I mean? But again, at this point, to be honest with you, if the playoffs started today, I'm okay where we're at. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie because we started off, pretty bad. Even before the injuries, people looked sluggish. Like they had, you would have thought they won the championship last year, and they celebrated the entire offseason. That's how sluggish they started the first few games. And if I'm lying, I'm flying because I swear that's how it looked. You know what I mean? And it took them a minute to start getting themselves together. We finally got that. You know what I'm saying? So I hope, like I said this in a few games back. I hope they can build on what we saw in December, and Doc can realize that there is some players there that can really use some more minutes than what they were getting before. And let's get rolling.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely they still have a lot of work to do. Most obviously in the rebounding portion.
That's
and,
like huge.
And the second chance opportunities. And those are I feel like if they can fix those two things to at least like a average level, then we got a shot. If we're gonna stay down here at the bottom.
Well, I think we'll see a shift in the starting lineup because if PJ didn't come back in the game tonight, he's an older guy. He's not a young chicken. I got PJ being out for a game or so with this hand injury that he has. So I think we'll see a shift in the starting lineup. Who that might be, I don't know. Maybe Niang, maybe Tobias slides over to the 4 and they plug somebody like Thibault into that 3 spot. Who knows? We'll see. We've been plugging the pieces in the whole season. It seems like somebody's been out in that starting lineup. So we'll see what happens.
This team has been on a lot of streaks. Like if you look at the schedule and you look at the games that were already played, they've been streaking. You know what I mean? They've taken their losses. The only time we took 3 losses in a row was the first 3 games
on
of
that
the
road
season.
trip.
On that first 3 games of the season, when we took 3 losses in a row. Oh yes,
we also had the 3 losses on that road trip.
Yeah, and then the 3 losses on that road trip, which kind of stunk. But as far as wins, we've been streaky too. We've been winning 3 wins in a row here, 3 wins in a row there, 3 wins in a row there, 8 wins in a row there. You know what I mean? They just got to tighten up. It's time to tighten up.
Yeah. Hopefully with these 2 days of practice, which seems like they've been actually practicing, from the 8-game win streak, we'll work on.
Well, not tonight. It only looked like
Not
Tobias and Embiid and the Beard came to practice tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't falling. Just shots were
No.
not falling.
Yeah.
And they didn't have the fight in them. They didn't fight.
If this was we've relied a lot the last few games or so.
Oh, and Montrez. Let me not forget about Montrez.
Yeah, don't forget about Montrez.
Yeah, Jen will get mad at me for that.
Right. We relied a lot on, players like George Niang the last few games, hitting threes to bring us back in games and, staying in the game. The 3-point shot was not falling tonight. So it was no coming back.
Hey, Biz, chill, Biz. Don't start.
Starting you up.
Don't start. No, won't be none.
He's starting you up.
No.
He's starting you up. He said the show almost over, and Jose didn't go in on PG yet.
No. I'm not. I try my best. Listen, I'm trying to change my ways. You know what I'm saying? I got down on my hands and knees, and I try to pray for a different attitude against PJ. I'm starting to see the good things he do and ignore the bad things. So don't start now.
Yeah.
You are correct, Greg. I said the same thing. I was just an abysmal display of defense. There was no defense in the first half. 67 points to the Wizards.
At all. Bradley Beal was really having his way in that first half and whatnot. And I thought when he went out with the injury, I'm like, okay, this is an opportunity for us to, make hay. But, there go Porzingis.
Freaking Porzingis.
3-point shot with a hand in his face.
I know.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
He
was. I noticed the same thing, Ann Sims. He was turning down looks.
He was.
Now, again, said this to my spouse, and he looked at me with the look like, you see what shots they're getting? Or he's getting? I'm like, he's getting plenty of touches. Why can't he make a shot? I don't understand. It's not all bad. He's turning down shots and passes.
Berg trying to get you started too, Jose.
Oh boy, Jose.
They at you tonight. They at you tonight. Berg trying to get you started, man. But
we're not gonna talk about.
We're not. He's a non-factor tonight.
He's injured. Leave the man alone.
Yeah, listen. He's hurt, man. He's hurt, man.
Let him chill.
Let him chill.
We can't be kicking people when they're down.
Yeah. I had a guy tell me I talk so much about PJ. He done died, came back, died, came back.
So,
my man resurrected like 10 times the way I've been going at him. It's all good though.
But Korkmaz is now irrelevant.
Yo, like I'm not honestly, I'm looking on Twitter every day waiting for the moment to see us move Korkmaz because it's obviously not it here. He's obviously not in the vision for this season. So I actually feel bad for him on a note like maybe you should trade him so he can play somewhere else.
He because can just go back to Turkey and play. He's a stud in Turkey.
I mean, we can't get nobody from Turkey though. I want to trade him for somebody we actually going to use.
Well, his contract's over soon. Thank goodness.
Yeah,
this year I believe.
So he can just go back to Turkey.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because Jesus Christ, man. Like, and can't nobody here say we didn't give him a chance, man. We were forking talking about him so much. It was forking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Every time he did play a few games, we were forking going and nuts in here. Please don't tell me
we made a forking curse word for him.
We made a forking curse word over it. You know what I'm saying? And we gave him a chance, man. We all rooted for him. No one here really stomped him down until it was too late. It's too freaking late. Like he got to a point of no return. The man just
I might have stomped him down.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the post game. Toby is talking on post game, man. These guys are drained, man. They're drained. You could just see it. Couple days off will do them good. Relaxation. Practice.
Hey Biz, man, we appreciate you, man. Oh man, he gave me goosebumps, bro. Appreciate you, member boy. Please, please just spread the word and come, to all your Sixers friends, and we'll tell you the rest in a minute, man. We're about to let you know how it go.
Most definitely. So we will definitely see you guys the next game in a few days. The New Orleans Pelicans. Zion Williamson.
I'm interested to see is BI still a Pelican?
I think he is. I believe he is. Yes.
They got
believe
Bi. They got Zion. Who else they got?
They got McCollum. You know,
Oh,
they got
that's
a
right.
nice
They got
little
CJ. That's right. I always
yeah,
wanted
they got
him on
CJ
our
over there.
team.
Like, you know what I'm
They got a
saying?
nice squad.
They're
I
not
always
a
wanted
bad
him
team
on
over
our
there.
team. Yeah,
No.
they're nothing to take lightly for sure.
For a minute, they were rolling. Supposedly, as of late, they've been hitting a little down spiral, snowball effect type of situation. But they were rolling for a minute.
Well, hopefully
Anyway.
we could get a
That
piece
should
of
be
that.
a
Go
good
ahead.
game, though, right?
Our
I'm
next
for
5
it.
opponents before we close out the show is the New Orleans Pelicans. We got which who knows if
I
we
think
get
we got
lucky.
back to back.
Yeah, we do got back to backs. If we get lucky, we get Maxi back for Friday. Hopefully a healthy Maxi. I don't want to jeopardize any more lingering or make any injuries worse. So hopefully we get a healthy Maxi back for Friday. We got to play Oklahoma City the following day on Saturday. Then that following Monday, we got to play New Orleans again, which is going to be pretty tough. We have to play New Orleans twice in 3 days. Then we got to play the Indiana Pacers and then Chicago. So
that's a nice little run.
We want you guys here with us. If people don't know, then let them know. Point them in the right direction because I'm about to point y'all in the right direction. Okay? You look upstairs. Look, it's upstairs. All those icons. We got Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And I did not steal that from Toby Biz. So if you think I stole it from Toby, Toby stole it from me.
Facts.
Toby watches the show. We have no doubt in it.
Facts.
And if you're watching us there on YouTube, please subscribe to
It's
our
okay
channel.
though. I'm cool with Toby stealing it. He swaggy jacked me, and I'm all right with it. So if you ain't here, we don't know where you at. And if you ain't understand that in English, I'm about to tell you in Spanish. No te olvides. I'll decirle a un amigo. Que le diga a un amigo. Que le diga a un amigo. About the East Leaf Sixers podcast. All right, everybody have an awesome night and a great tomorrow.
He didn't say it, but I'm going to say it for you.
Say it.
Wepa! Wrong person.
Everybody have a great night and also tomorrow. We look forward to seeing you back here on Friday so we could talk some more Sixers with you. East Leaf Sixers signing off. Let's go Sixers.
Night, everybody. Thanks for joining.